Tasmania show. Tasmania show.
Tasmania show.
Tasmanian show.
Tasmanian show.
Tasmanian show.
You already know what it is.
Oh yeah.
Wagwan gang, back in this thing, and if you really gang, bang that like button. If you like the vibe, subscribe. If you don't have good energy, keep your ass inside. You tune into the Tasmania show with Taz Tikoon, brought to you by Tazzy's Baddies. And today, make sure y'all copy y'all merch. I got all flavors. I got chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. We got stickers, all of that. So shout out to all my baddies. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Today, we talking about boom, 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 boom. Griselda, Buffalo, New York, West Side Gun, Conway, Benny the Butcher, Rick Hyde, Black Soprano family. If you know, you know. Good quality rap. You know what I'm saying? I love the whole camp. You know what I'm saying? Benny the Butcher, like all of them or whatever. But recently, Conway The Machine, man, he be snapping. He dropped this freestyle that's got everybody on the internet talking. So before we go any further, we going to play this freestyle so y'all can get up to speed.
Flicking through pages of Wallow's newest literature, dreaming of being free over a bottle of the prisoner. Fans stopped me in traffic to get my signature. I remember when all of this shit was just a wish for us. I did a lot of reflecting when I spent last summer in Greece, thinking if it wasn't for Griselda, what would I be? Or maybe what would Griselda be if it wasn't for me? I used to want the rap glory, now all I want is my peace. Dinner with Hove, he told Dog, give your brother a piece. I seen it in his eyes right then, he don't want me to eat. Don't even get the credit for the work that I done on the beats, not to mention the money that was clipped in the other deceit. Put smut on my name and shaded me like I'm under a tree. Made people believe that the person who bugging is me.
He be snapping, yo. Shout out to Conway, like, yo, just bars. That's what I'm talking about. It's been a great year for hip hop. I can honestly say that. Like, so at the end of the day, he made the line about, you know, if it wasn't for Griselda or if it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Just so many different things. And I think that art is up for interpretation, but you got people getting Ricos and Fricos like Diddy, all types of shit. But when it comes to any group, I feel like that's what everybody's waiting on. They're waiting on Beyonce to leave Destiny's Child, Michael Jackson to leave the Jackson 5, Offset to leave the Migos, you know, Conway or whatever. You know, it just seems like people don't want, like Dipset, like Rockefeller, like everybody wants the team to be together at one point, and then it's just like they love when you get together, but they be quick to want to break you up and everything. And it's always two sides to a story, and I feel like when it comes to shit like this, they're actual family, they're actual cousins. Like I think that like West Side Gun, you know what I'm saying, is really cousins with Benny the Butcher and Conway. So it's like whatever happens, they still family, like on some Ray Shrummer shit. Like it doesn't matter. But you heard the freestyle, so here's a clip. And Conway, he's not like an internet chatty patty type nigga. He just be getting his bars off and getting out the way. So I feel like it's a lot different, you know what I'm saying, for him to even be talking to begin with. So we're gonna play this clip of Conway talking a little bit about more about what's going on.
Man, it's some shit. Not, you know, I got love for Keisha Plum. You know what I mean? Then I seen the nigga Rick Hyde, you know, on the podcast shit. He doing the shit. And they was just talking about like the freestyle shit that I put out. My thing be this. Like, this why I hate niggas, man. You know what I mean? This why like real talk, bro, I don't be really fucking with niggas, bro. Cause like these niggas, like, niggas know what it is, bro. Niggas know what it is. Like, I don't get in no motherfucking interviews and shit, dog. It's like, yeah, I might speak my mind subtly and through my art, but niggas, the rest of the world don't really know shit, dog. It's just speculation or whatever, dog. But it's motherfuckers that actually know. Some of these niggas, like Rick Hyde, I knew, like, know me more than niggas. You know what I'm saying? And just like, the side, niggas picking sides and all that shit is just weird. Instead of trying to, like, you know what I mean? Nobody really defends me or even try to, like, push niggas to, you know, find some common ground. Niggas just run with shit and then hop on their fucking phone and shit and run their fucking mouth like they know the ins and outs of shit. Like, I ask any of these niggas, bro, that y'all niggas know me, bro. Ask any nigga, tell me when I lie. Like, tell me I lie. Tell me one thing I lied about, bro. Tell me one thing I lied about, bro. Niggas don't like how shit going. Niggas shouldn't have did that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't did nothing to nobody, bro, but Niggas trying to paint me like I'm just a villain. I tore shit. I'm tearing shit up, or I'm wrong for speaking about what was done to me. You know what I mean? Now I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga. Y'all niggas ain't like this shit going that far. You should have been telling niggas this motherfucking they bugging, nigga. Don't do that to the machine, nigga. That's what niggas should have been doing. For real, man. Stop speaking on that shit, nigga. Y'all niggas don't know what it is. And if y'all do know...
I don't know everything. There's two sides to the story and the truth. I don't know everything that's going on, but I can agree a lot about people just being tired of niggas. Niggas always got something to say. And I feel like in this day and age, it's like people would rather just go to the internet to tell their side of the story. At the end of the day, I do not want to confirm or make you believe anything. Like, I really don't care what nobody thinks about me. Only God can judge. So it's like, but I feel like a lot of times when it comes to situations, especially when you're in a group, you're going to have the internet, you know, trolling on you, like the whole Nori and the Stephen A. Jackson situation. Like, people will pull on you and kind of bait you into a corner where you feel like you have to respond. But like he was saying, like, just expressing it in his art. And I think that what ended up happening was that he expressed how he felt in his art in a freestyle. And now people have something to say. And then it goes back to the freedom of speech and people having whatever they want to say in their bars. And then things start to come up and people start to, you know, doing their homework and stuff like that. I feel like we're at a point right now where it's like, yo, music was up for interpretation. If everybody's going to go back and defend everything, it's like, yo, you don't have to. But it's like, I see a lot of these men on the internet these days doubling down and explaining when it's just like, yo, let the art speak for itself. But Rick Hyde, he's a member of the Black Soprano family, which is like, I guess, like a subsidiary under Griselda, West Side Gun, everything. I love everything. I love his music. I love Conway and everything. But this is a clip about Rick Hyde kind of talking about everything that's going on with Conway and Griselda and just the whole situation.
I say like the media and the internet making it like turmoil and shit, like after Conway dropped his freestyle and all that. So look, when you is just chilling by yourself and shit and you seeing this shit,
yeah,
is you looking at it from a fan perspective or you looking at it from...
Hell no, I'm looking at it from my perspective of where I stand. Hell no, I'm not a fan of that shit, bro. That shit don't even... It's uncalled for, if you ask me. I just think that
You think it'd be back to normal?
It depends on what normal is.
You know what normal.
I don't know. And I can safely say that.
Right.
I don't know. Because now it's getting fire. This shit turning into CDs now. This shit turning into EPs and mixtapes now.
Few niggas drop tracks. I said, damn.
So this shit turning into back and forth now. It's turning into banter. It's turning into clickbait. It's turning into everything. You know what I'm saying? That it's not supposed to. I wish it could have stayed in-house.
Nonetheless, the freestyle was fire.
Everybody music that they put out was fire. I heard Benny's, I heard Conway's, I just heard Camino joint last night.
Before when I was in the car, I didn't get to hear Camino shit, but I was scrolling, I seen him go crazy.
Camino joint's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta hear Camino shit. You gotta hear Camino.
But it's like
Camino, you shitty in basketball. You could rap though.
I just don't want it to go so far that it can't go back. You feel me?
Right.
Right now it's just cool. It's whatever anybody think it is in their head.
It's whatever.
But I know the truth. I know what it is. The people that's closest to it know what it really is. Niggas did speak. How they both say in interviews, niggas did speak. That shit been talked over.
Right.
With the proper parties involved. It's brother, that shit.
It should have just moved to everybody else type shit. When shit come out years.
It's like, I like the social media era, but I do miss the magazine era or the interview era where you had to wait for 106 in Park, because I feel like shit happens so quickly and then everything is popping for 48, 72 hours and it's like the internet is going off with all these different narratives and it may not be that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, yo, it's not that deep right now, but it's just like people would rather just do everything to break you apart. I don't know what it is, but it seems like people don't want people to be together. It's like you would rather... You want to celebrate the group, but you just ready for that person to just separate and be a solo act. And at the end of the day, like, whether it's like the Wu-Tang effect or the Locks, it's like, why can't we have more shit like Wu-Tang? You know what I'm saying? Where people can branch off and do different things, but it doesn't have to. And I'm not saying that that's not the case because that's what it is with Griselda and West Side Gun, you know? And I don't know. I'm tired of knowing so much of people's business, and wherever it comes from, it's like, yeah, the internet may go and roll with it. And I know hip hop is a competitive sport, so it's like, damn, like, what if it's competition amongst, your peoples and what's going on, like what's really okay and what's not okay. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you actually can really talk to your people. It's like, okay, freedom of speech. There's been certain times where people have done songs like Ether, are super ugly, and people have been able to patch things up. But at the end of the day, you would like the collective to get along. If there is a little smoke, people have issues, sibling rivalries, shit goes on in family. That's what it's about, and they're actual family. But we're gonna get into this clip right now of Conway just basically talking about like where they really stand and that everything is, thank God, decent and okay. Like, we don't want to see that. Like, Griselda has been a breath of fresh air for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And I want them to continue doing all the things that they're doing. Westside Gunn is a mastermind. What he's doing with wrestling, all types of shit, fashion and everything. So we're gonna check out this clip of Conway just talking a little bit more about his live, about what's been going on.
It's best to just mind your business, dog. You know what I mean? Cause you speaking about shit and you don't get it, gang. You know what I'm saying? Stop speaking, bruh. Rick Hyde, you know what it is, nigga. And I love you, nigga, but you know what it is, nigga. You know what it is, nigga. Keisha Plum, you know what it is, bruh. You know what it is. See what it is, though, gang? I ain't gonna lie. Niggas, niggas ain't trying to bite that hand. You know what I mean? Niggas trying to stay close to the, you know what I mean? They trying to stay close proximity to the motion. So but like, that's what the motive is. Just do that then and shut the fuck up. Straight up. Before I get mad. And really speak my mind. Now let me kick my little raps and get in my feelings and talk my little shit in peace. You know what I mean? Let me get in my little shit in peace, gang. Don't speak on nothing niggas don't know, bro. Before I get mad, niggas know I ain't even got visceral yet. This is nothing. Please leave me, niggas. Know how I go. Know how I go, nigga. Click this, post this, put this on every fucking blog in the morning. This go for everybody. Don't play with me.
No, my bad, y'all. So that wasn't the clip about him basically saying that everything was okay. That's the clip I'm gonna play next. But in that clip, yeah, he was basically saying like, yo, a warning shot. Don't speak on shit that you don't know. So I don't know what Conway and Rick Hyde's affiliation is. It's always different people speaking on different things. I don't know who the issue is directly with, if it is a Benny the Butcher, if it is a Westside Gunn or whatever it is. But for him to just say, don't, speaking on different shit, like let him express himself through his art, even a laugh, it was just like, he was like, shit can get visceral. And I think that when he said it, to me, it's like, I don't know, does Griselda have something coming? Is something coming up? It'll be dope if they got a big, I don't know. But my thing is that sometimes people are doing things to get the engine going if there's a campaign going. Because I guess what threw me off was that he said shit can get visceral, but then he said everything was okay. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, sometimes people just say shit to go viral. And I don't know what it is, but Conway doesn't seem like this type of guy. But in this clip right here, we're going to get into the clip of him talking about where him and Griselda actually stand.
Person that freestyle shit was about, that's between that. We'll deal with that. But all you outside looking at happy, y'all niggas starting to take me, bro, with that shit, gang. Y'all niggas starting to take me with that shit, bro. Cause I really start crashing out on niggas. Y'all starting to take me, bro. We'll fix what need to be fixed. You know what I mean? Shit ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Me and Slime good. Me and Wes good, man. Me and Butch good. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk my shit sometime. And I ain't even got nigga, I ain't even went crazy yet. You know what I mean? Y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I seen comments and shit and they think I'm shooting that hole. Who we talking about? Oh man, damn, but then he said he was with Jay-Z at Root Pit. I don't know what's going on. Like, yo, chill. Just enjoy the art. Just enjoy the art. You know? People that know who are them talking, what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. We'll deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I spoke on it through my art, man. Instead of with violence or another dumb way, crashing out or none of that, nigga. Just music, man. You know what I mean? Scene, I ain't like that. You speaking on something you don't know about, nigga. And you speaking on shit you do, but you ain't telling the truth. You're not telling, you're not keeping it a buck. I don't like that, bro. I love y'all. Don't do that to me, though. Like, why, you know what I mean? Stop trying to make Con look like, you know what I said? Made people believe that the person who bugging is me. I gotta get on live and do this. I gotta get on live and do this, bro. I ain't did nothing to nobody.
They put that. What do say that shit?
Yeah.
Jesus. They even talk about Jesus.
No, Mal ain't wrong, bro. Mal ain't do nothing. Nigga Mal ain't do nothing. He got a podcast, nigga, on platform. That's what he do. He talk about rap shit, bro.
I'm tired of like seeing people on the internet having to confirm, you know, you don't have to. You can ignore it. At the end of the day, like, you don't have to say anything. I'm not pressed to explain my side of the story. You gonna believe what you want to believe, you know. And I pray and I believe that Griselda is gonna fix it. You know, they're such an amazing collective. What they do individually, what they do together, like I said, Westside Gunn, Benny the Butcher, Conway. Like, it's amazing. I think that with Westside Gunn as a tastemaker, like, he's ahead of his time, you know what I'm saying? Avant-garde, you know, everything that he's doing. And, you know, before we get out of here, I want to play a clip of Westside Gunn, because like I said, we don't know what's going on, but it's on wax, you know what I'm saying? His freedom of speech, people expressing themselves. And I just pray that it's just like, you know, just some shit that they'll fix and we won't have to hear anything else about it. But before we get out of here, we're going to hear a clip about Westside Gunn, just talking a little bit about Griselda family and everything that's really going on with them from, like, I think the Math Hoffa podcast.
Reasoning for not reading the contract was based off of the relationship.
Because the contract was never, because that's my brother.
Right.
That's my cousin. What contract? The contract is because these trying to sign the dope. I gotta have the dope.
Right.
That's the only reason why a contract existed.
Right.
What the fuck do we need a contract for?
Right.
Strictly legal things on paper.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
I didn't look at it. Oh yeah, I own this publisher, y'all. Yeah, and every time he sell a shirt, I get 50%. Every time he perform, I get 30%.
Right.
Every time if he do an album with 38 specials, yeah, 38 gotta give me 20%. Yeah. What are you talking about?
I said, like, just even hearing Westside Gunn, man, it just, everybody got something to say about somebody's business. And the thing about them is that it's actually family business. And it seems like they've been able to keep their family business together. Like, however they got to do, whatever they got to do. Like, we know Griselda, we know Westside Gunn, we know their story, we know Buffalo, New York. I feel like they brought back real lyricism at a time where I feel like people wasn't talking about lyricism coming out of hip hop. I mean, coming out of New York. It was a lot of New York drill. So I think they've been tastemakers in the culture. And I'm just, you know, whatever's going on, I just know Conway, he just like, yo, don't tempt me. So please, let's not tempt Conway and Griselda. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you really the Griselda gang, bang that like button. And if you like the vibe, subscribe. If you don't have good energy, keep your ass inside. You tune into the Tasmania Show with Taz Tikoon, brought to you by Tazzy's Baddies. Let's scroll. Tikoon running up the score, Tazzy's Baddies on the floor. And that ass is super fatty, call me Zaddy, throw some more. Super nasty, she a savage, slaughter, fuck her like a whore. Popping bottles, foreign models, Tikoon on the world tour. Shorty, what you bad for? Turn this to a hit-a-thon. Damn, all your bitches bad, tell them they can come along.